Hey guys, this is Sean from Stuart, Florida, and you're watching GoTarryn TV.
All right, folks, we're back. Happy November the 12th. It's Thursday today, and you're watching GoTarryn TV. And side by side, we're welcoming back a returning guest from Stuart, Florida, and his name is Sean George. Sean, welcome back to GoTarryn TV today.
Thanks for having me back, Taryn.
Well, we're grateful to have you back. For anybody that missed Sean, he was on here a couple months ago, and you could refer back if you go back in the playlist and see the first interview I did with him. He's a fitness professional, personal trainer down in South Florida, mutual friend and acquaintance of Tony and Uzi from Tequesta Fitness Center. And so he trains people there as well as he does in-home training. And so we're going to have him back on right now and talk to him and see how he's doing. So first of all, Sean, hope you're having a nice fall weather. And how's your fall been so far?
So far, so good. Just kind of getting over the after effects of a cold or something along those lines, I guess. On some antibiotics and stuff like that right now, but feeling healthy, feeling better, and that's a good thing. I know you were fighting something yourself. Been busy in the gym, staying busy and stuff like that. So everything's going well.
Very good. Excellent. Well, yeah, again, it's great to have you back on the mend. And you're right. This
Thank
is
you.
the time for it. And, especially up here in Atlanta, I know we get some extreme seasonal changes. We'll have like a 30, 40-degree swing. Like it could be 40 degrees in the morning, and then by the afternoon it could be 70 degrees. But down there in Florida, I guess it tends to stay pretty warm, right, around this time. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's pretty warm right now. Wow, 30 to 40 degrees is major. I couldn't even imagine that here.
Yes.
Nowhere near that here. It's pretty steady here. It's definitely pretty steady. I guess, gosh, 10 degrees is probably a big fluctuation here, it seems like. But yeah, it's pretty warm still right now. Nothing, there's a little tinge in the air that it's fall, that it's that time that winter's coming and everything. But it's just, it's still hot at times for sure.
Yeah, yeah, sure. And Sean, I know you like to keep active, keep fit, and keep busy. And before we even recorded here, I think you were were you playing some rounds of golf, I think?
Yeah, tonight, right before this interview, I went to, with my brother, catch up with him a little bit and play some golf. Um, I better stick with personal training.
What did you end up shooting? What was your score?
Oh, it was actually so bad that I lost track of the score. I literally just mentally said, I'm just going to go. Whatever happens, happens. I tried something really, really neat. I thought that I was just going to be able to go out there and being in the fitness business, I'm familiar with physics, the law of physics, and stuff like that. I thought I was just going to be able to apply the law of physics without actually understanding the game of golf and do well. I used a one wood for about every shot, except for when I was really close to the green, where I'd use a pitching wedge
Uh-huh.
or a putter, of course, on the green. I just like, I'm going to get the biggest surface on the club head that I can get and just make contact with a ball and just, and I thought I was going to come up with some type of magic formula to master the game of golf tonight and prove me wrong, I guess. So,
Oh.
but the score was, I don't know. It was, not good, I'm sure.
Well, it's not whether or not you lose or win, it's whether if you're having fun or not, right?
Yeah. I guess that's it, sure.
Oh, that's great. So let's talk about the fall is here, and we know that this is the time of season, as you are aware, where activity usage for fitness centers and personal trainers goes way down because people have all the excuses, holidays. It's too cold to come to the gym. I got some holiday parties to go to, or I'll start in January. January 1st, I'll get back and refresh. So that's what I was going to ask you about today, Sean. First and foremost, do you run into that? Do you hear from members at the gym saying, "Yeah, I'll get back there when the new year starts"? Is this something that's constant in your world?
Um, I guess other than people traveling, um, I guess generally in the gym business, it should be that right after the first of the year, things should pick up because of New Year's resolutions and everything. But
Sure. Yeah, you're
before
right.
that time, like right as of now, to answer your question on that, just people traveling and things of that nature. Actually, in Florida, it's a little different, maybe than up there because we rely a lot upon seasonal snowbirds,
Hmm.
and actually the summertime can be thin times for people here, trainers and things like that. Um, but around this time of the year, around the end of October, it can start to really pick up. In fact, I've seen an increase in gym activity
Oh, really?
around the end.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like the
Interesting.
opposite. We get a lot of people that they're snowbirds. They have a home up north and a home here in Florida,
Right.
and
Okay.
they'll come back to escape the cold weather, and they'll start to trickle into the gym.
Yeah.
And you can pick up some personal training out of it. I have some regular clients that'll come back and stuff like that. So it's actually a good time of year here for personal training.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good time. I mean, you get the occasional person that might be not a snowbird that lives here year round, and they may travel north to see family. But other than that, you probably get a greater increase of business, gym wise and personal training wise, because of the northerners coming down would actually outweigh the people that come up with the other reasons, that they can't make it to the gym. But yeah, business should increase and usually does increase this time of year for us.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it that way, but you're right. That makes sense. How has business been generally for you in the fall season so far?
Um, Steady. I wouldn't
Good.
say overwhelmingly busy. I wouldn't call it feast or famine, but on a weekly basis, it's sort of like that. A typical schedule for me, Taryn, would be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm swamped,
Good.
and it's like back to back. In the morning, I'll get a
Okay.
break in the middle of the day, and then I'll have a few in the afternoon. But my mornings are pretty busy. And then Tuesday and Thursday will be kind of sporadic. For some reason, that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday thing seems to be people's days, every other
Hmm.
day type of schedule. I usually try to do a half a day on Saturday. I purposely try not to work a full day. I try to limit it to a half a day. So it's been good. It's been steady. But it's a funny business because, sometimes I'm, overwhelmed and I got a lot of business and it's like, man, I need to space this out a little bit. And then all of a sudden it's like when one person takes off, it's like a bug and like all of a sudden like everybody's taking off at the same time. It's like it goes from super busy to, you know, did you guys communicate and plan to all take off together or what? What's going on? So
That's
it's
how it
generally
is.
steady.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I can totally relate to that because you're right. With my schedule, it's the same thing. There could be a day where I'm like, oh my God, I've only got two or three clients today, and I've got a huge window gap. And
Yeah.
then, like you just said, it could be a day of 8, 10 clients in a row back to back. And I totally agree with you. But as personal trainers, I guess we're at the what do you call it? Like, just we have to pretty much take whatever times they need us at, and if they're away, I guess we've got to suck it up. It's kind of a nature of a beast kind of thing, and then when they're here, we better be ready for them and ready to work for them too.
Yeah,
uh,
right.
yeah. So, well, that's interesting. So, up here in Atlanta, and like right now, as I mentioned earlier, it's dead. Like I noticed that there's a lot of people probably going down to where you're at. They're going down to Florida. They're getting out of town, out of Atlanta, out of the cold weather,
Mm-hmm.
and they're leaving, and they're just saying. I'm hearing this a lot. I'm like, oh, Taryn, I'll get back to the gym January 1st. You got it, and but
Mm-hmm.
so if you ever dealt with that, with people saying, well, Sean, for example, what am I going to do right now in November and December to make a difference? I mean, let's just wait till January and just start fresh. Like, what kind of good advice can you give to those people who justify saying, well, I want to take a couple months off because it's the winter time. I want to hibernate and let me just
Mm-hmm.
eat whatever I want right now, get through the holidays, and come back. What would you say to those clients that say stuff like that?
Hmm. I guess first thing would be is how important is it to you to achieve your goal, whatever that goal is for that person.
Sure.
I guess generally in the personal training business, most people want to lose fat to some degree.
Yeah.
Um, most people want to build some type of muscle, whether it's a good amount of muscle or, just a toning effect or a small amount of muscle. But I find that generally it's lose fat, build muscle.
Yeah.
To what level that is and what type of appearance they want to have varies from person to person. I guess you get the occasional person that might be more of a medically related reason. They need to do it for the health doctor said you got to work out,
Yeah. Good
or the
point. Yeah.
alternative's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
And then
Right.
maybe somebody's post surgery, they need a rehab type of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, rehab, post surgery, anything like that injury. You can't wait. You have to get right on it. You have to, get your body healed up and stuff like that. But in terms of, maybe somebody for cosmetic weight loss or, muscle gain, whatever, you're just delaying the effects, really. You're delaying the progress of the results. It's like, yeah, you can wait, but, you might wish 2 months from now you would have started in the end of October. So, it's just like anything else. You're going to put it off again and again and again, or do you want
Yeah.
to start now and say 2 months from now, I'm glad I started in October because, you dropped 15 pounds or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, in fact, I would even do a reverse psychology. I would say, you know what, rather than coast this time of year, do like hit it hard, hit it hard. And, that way it's just like attack it basically. Attack
Yeah.
it. Go do the reverse of what you're talking about, taking this time off and hibernating. you know, and then hit the new year strong. Hit the new year strong. Don't wait to the new year to say I got to start.
Yeah.
Hit the new year saying I started.
I like that. That's really good advice because we really honestly do hear the word hibernate. I've heard my clients say that, and they say that
I
they'll be
haven't heard
back.
that
Well, and I'll tell you, later on this month, we've got Thanksgiving, and that's critical because that's a time where people can justify to overeat and eat a lot of heavy carbs and just really high calorie, unhealthy food. So, let me ask you this: with Thanksgiving coming around the corner in a couple of weeks, what advice and suggestions can you tell people? Um, if with Thanksgiving coming around and they're going to their families and they're going to be pigging out and eating a lot, what words of wisdom can you give to those people right now to kind of as a preventative maintenance so that they don't do too much themselves in other words?
Yeah. Strangely enough, I would probably say enjoy the day. I would probably say enjoy Thanksgiving Day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'd almost say eat as much as you want, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Um, and you might find with that mindset, you might actually back yourself off a little bit. You might say, I don't have to make a pig of myself, but or maybe I do, but but it's one day.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that compared to waiting the 2 months until New Year and hibernating is a big difference.
Yes.
Those 60 days of hibernation, so to
Right.
speak, that's a lot of consistently strung together days of doing nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right,
But
right.
yeah, start the training now, start the workout now,
Okay.
and enjoy that one day.
Sure.
Enjoy that one day, but those other 60 days of working out and doing the proper thing are going to outweigh that one day.
That's true.
You're going to have those days anyway. So
Yeah,
by all
right.
means,
Yeah.
don't all year long have plenty of Thanksgivings along the way without it being formally called Thanksgiving, and then Thanksgiving Day try to eat boiled eggs or something, in front of everybody like you've been doing that all year. But yeah, the one day I say enjoy the day, and
Yeah.
it's not going to make that big of a difference one day. But I think starting the program and not waiting 2 months to the new year is more critical.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's great. I like that. Now, what about the people who? Okay, so after Thanksgiving, we've got Christmas, and you've got the people who are saying, "Well, Sean, I've got 3, 4, 5 holiday parties that I've already got booked that I'm going to." and they know that they go to these parties and they're drinking alcohol, they're eating Christmas cookies, and
Hmm.
they're just overeating all the sweets and good, candy and all that kind of stuff. So, same question, kind of for that. What advice can you give those people that tell you, gosh, I've got 5 or 6 Christmas parties that I'm invited to just this month
Yeah.
alone, and they're going to go there. How can they basically, prevent, or what's a plan of attack for them to not pack on the pounds when they're going to all these parties?
Yeah. Once again, I'll probably give the same answer with that. I'd
Yeah.
probably say enjoy the day again. I would say enjoy the day.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing the right thing, quote unquote, most of the time,
Yeah.
there's a pretty good chance you won't enjoy it overly excessive,
Sure. Sure.
because you've created such a habitual way of eating and behavior pattern of eating that if you do what you think you really crossed the line, you're like, whoa, I really outdid it today. But really, you may not have went that far
Yeah.
because you're so consistent at doing the right thing most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think once again, start the training now, start the workouts now, and don't wait till the new year, because what you're most consistent at, I believe, is what will show the most.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
have string together 60 straight days to the new year, which is what do we have? We're at the end of October,
Yeah.
November, December, so about roughly 60 days or so.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
60
Right.
straight
Hmm.
days as opposed to two, a Thanksgiving and a Christmas party, or even if you did a couple different days of Christmas parties, the 60 days is going to outweigh the, 2 or 3 days. Um,
That's a good point. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, and chances are, if you're not working out, you're probably going to still pig out on those 2 days anyway. Now you're compounding everything. But other than that answer, I would say you can use a few basic tricks, like maybe fill up on some protein first. Thanksgiving Day, gobble
Hmm.
down a bunch of turkey before you're tempted to eat too much of the sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Just use the basic. You've heard the drink a bunch of water before you eat. Wait
Yes.
minutes and let yourself feel a little full. Just basic things like that. But I think working out is going to be more important. More important because you're going to be more consistent. And then just a few days of here and there. I think it's actually good to have a few days, cheat days, a few dinner holidays and stuff like that to keep your mind right, and just comfort foods. I think it's good psychologically. I think it's even good physically sometimes, but it's keeping that in moderation and limiting that so those days don't um, turn into several days would be the key.
Yeah, moderation's key. I like that. Very well said. That I like your philosophy that it's true, and it's right in line with mine. That I tell my clients, don't go cold turkey and don't go to this extreme. Oh my God, I got to swear off all of, everything. It's all or nothing, and I don't agree with
Yeah.
that philosophy either. I think that's good to be able to educate them and say, look, you're responsible, you're an adult, hold yourself accountable,
Hmm.
and maybe you're gonna enjoy, like you said, enjoy Thanksgiving, enjoy these Christmas parties or what have you, but be sensible and mindful. I guess that helps them to create their own kind of independence, you could say, and just accountability. I think that's crucial for them while they're going out there. So then, okay, we're at the end of the year and looking forward now into the New Year's. What do you tell your clients and the people that you work with when New Year's hits? Is that kind of like a recharging, so to speak, like refreshing kind of, okay, it's January 1, let's get in the gym and really hit it hard seriously? Is there a change in program development? Do you revamp their programs and their workouts? How do you work with the people that you train when January 1st and New Year's hits?
Um, hmm. I can't really say I have a specific formula for the new year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess every day I tried to find a way to motivate, a way to inspire, a way to connect.
Yeah.
And, just as a trainer, it's just I've got to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that people, they're looking for that. They're looking for that. And I think you just have to. to kind of create that new thing every day, every
Yeah,
session almost sometimes,
sure.
because you know as well as I do, when you're training the same person for a long time, day after day, maybe even for years, um, yeah, I think you just go through different phases with the person, and you, at some point, you know, you're trying to keep it new and fresh, but at some point, I believe you're kind of saying like, this is who I am, and I know who you are, but you know, you're kind of changing. They're still with you for a reason, and you're trying to create that new vibe in some way to not lose that spark. So I don't really have a specific plan for the new year. What I may say is something simple like, you know what, January 1st is here. This is going to be a year different than any other year.
Hmm.
And let's make this like, you know, the best year of your life, physical fitness wise, that you ever have achieved, you know.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
I'll just use January 1st as a reason.
Yeah.
But I don't have a specific formula for January 1st. And like, you know, every day you've got to create that new thing. Okay, what is it today? What am I going to say to him or her today?
Hmm.
Is it, you know, you told them about a session you just had before them. Like, you know, so and so was just training with me, and I told them, and they told me they lost 10 pounds and blah, 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 blah. Well, I say that, and that just might interest the person.
Okay. Hmm.
You know, I'm not making a comparison, but I might tell my client, hey, the one right before you just told me they lost 10 pounds. And not to kind of make them feel, you know, any lower or like you're not achieving that or anything
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
But hey, let's use this as an inspirational thing. Or it might be something totally different. You know, it might be something you saw on TV or something like that. But every day is January 1st.
Yeah.
It's just in a different way. I just may say January 1st, January 1st, because, hey, that's today and we're using that today. But, you
Hmm.
know, tomorrow it's January 2nd. Now what? You know, so,
Hmm. Hmm.
but I'm always looking for a reason, you know, to connect. And I know you have your way of doing it as a trainer. You've got to have your,
Yeah.
your way of doing it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like you just said, it's motivation. It's kind of like we're like cheerleaders, like a coach, kind of trying to
Yeah,
guide
yeah,
them along and just tell them that we're there to. Our goals are to make sure that they reach their goals. I guess you could say. I think that's crucial. Um, that's great, Sean. Well, listen, I have thoroughly enjoyed this interview follow up with you, as always. It's great to catch up. I can't wait to have you back on here and see how the rest of the year is treating you. And in the meantime, for the folks watching, if they this is their first time they're watching, or let's say maybe they're in the South Florida area around where you're at in Stewart, how can they get a hold of you if they want to reach you directly?
Okay, they can reach me on my email, which is peacefulwarrior8@bellsouth.net. So that's just the word peaceful, the word warrior all in one, and the number 8@bellsouth.net.
Okay.
And my phone number is 772-341-0834.
Okay.
And I also work in Tequesta Fitness, and tequestafitness.com is the website, and the contact information is on there.
Right. Yes, that's correct. With our friend Tony Anuzzi, who goes there
Yep.
religiously. But
Yeah.
okay, so that's perfect. And for anybody watching, just in case, grab a pen and paper. If you need to get that one more time, we're gonna have that on the screen here momentarily, so you can take that down and pause the screen. But Sean, again, wonderful interview. Again, great follow up here. I'm glad things are going so well down there. Thank you so much for your time out of your busy schedule and giving some really good insight and excellent tips here on GoTarryn TV. And we'll let you get back to your busy day because I know we heard some doggies. I think you had mentioned that the doggies were out. They were excited because you had some visitors at the door. So that's great. And I hope the nice, warm, sunny Florida weather's treating you well.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and thank you for your time. Thanks for having me on your program and everything. And I think you're doing a great thing with what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. Well, the only way I'm going to be successful is having great, awesome fitness professionals like yourself
I
grace your time
appreciate
and come on here.
it.
Seriously, it's
I
wonderful having you. It's a treat. So there you have it,
appreciate it.
folks.
Appreciate it, Tom.
Sean George from Stuart, Florida, and his information is coming up right now, folks. Here we go. We'll see you, Sean.
Thanks. Take care.
All right, everybody, there you had it. Sean George, you saw his contact information there all the way from down in Stuart, Florida. So I urge you to send him an email, give him a call, and if you live down in the Tequesta, South Florida area, by all means, schedule a session with him either at Tequesta Fitness or at your own home. So, Sean, great job, excellent, like always. Wonderful to have you here on GoTarryn TV. Thank you so much for those suggestions and advice that you gave to all of the GoTarryn viewers out here in GoTarryn world. So, everybody else out there, hope you're enjoying your November. This month is flying by, and also I'm excited because we have some awesome guests just like Sean lined up here in the next couple of weeks, and so be on the lookout for that, because GoTarryn TV Skype is just taken off and it's on fire. So you heard his suggestions there, and Thanksgiving's around the corner in exactly 2 weeks. So let's really maintain and don't gain. That's what I always tell my folks out there. That's my philosophy. And after you're done connecting with Sean, I'd like to invite everyone out there watching to connect with yours truly by going to that website link at the bottom of your screen, www.gotarryn.tv, and bookmark that as a favorite to your web browser today, and tell 2 people while you're at it. And also while you're at it, if you haven't done so yet, I can ask you to please like GoTarryn on Facebook, subscribe to GoTarryn on YouTube, follow GoTarryn on Twitter. You'll stay connected with me, this guy right here, Tarryn the Traveling Trainer of GoTarryn Personal Training, who always tells each and every one of you, it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. Thanks for spending this Thursday with us. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday and weekend, and we will see you on the next GoTarryn TV show, everybody. Bye-bye.